Hi everyone, it's Tina with TSR Creations. So today I'm going to show you how I make my ornaments. So this year, I have a video from last year where I showed you how I made my ornaments for last year. I always try to do a different ornament each year, something different at least. This year I have 3 different ones. So first one is my little New Jerseys. So I make the big version of these, and you saw me make a huge version of this. I had a video not so long ago. But these are the ones I usually sell. They're about 16 inches, I would say. These are the ones I sell all the time. So I figured, you know what? Let me make a little mini one for for an ornament. Or they could be magnets. You put a magnet on the back, right? Hang it on the fridge. So I'm probably making magnets out of them too, maybe after the holidays. But anyway, so first thing I do is I always paint them. Only because with resin, you don't want to have so much wood showing on resin. Sometimes it can, and you don't want to spend too much time on these. So I just paint them. I'm going to add my sand, and I'll show you how I do that. Sand in a little shell for those. Same thing on these. I have to tape the back. Now on these are, when I order them, I guess they're burnt, they're laser cut. So there's like a backing on them, which is awesome. So I don't have to tape these. It just like peels off after I'm done with it, and get the resin off the back, which is awesome. So that's great. These on other little surfboards, and I'll put links to everything I have here where you can get it. These I have to actually tape to protect the back. Now this one is a ceramic. I only do the one side, but I hand paint a wave on them. I don't have any to show you right now because I sold them all. I only had 12 of them. I don't think I ordered more. I have to see. But anyway, I'm going to hand paint the wave on here, and then after that dries, I just put a layer of resin over it, and they come out really, really pretty. These obviously these take a little longer, and so they're a little bit more expensive. All right, so I'm going to get to it. If you have any questions, please like and subscribe and comment, and I get right back to you. Yeah, so this is going to be a few steps. First step you're going to see me do is paint my ornaments. Next step you're going to see me do is put the beach on. I'll probably do the beach on both of these, and then I'll hand paint that one, and then we'll do the resin portion. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're all doing really well out there. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, so this is the sand mixture that I use. This is a mixture of Elmer's Glue All, real sand from the beach, and white and tan paint. And that's how I make my sand. And it not only works as the paint portion of it and the mixed media portion of it, but it also holds the shells on and whatever else you decide to put on your ornaments or your project. All right, here we go. So with these, a lot of times I won't even do colored resin on them. If I like the way when I paint them, if I like the way it looks, I'll just do clear resin and the ocean wave. It saves a little time, but sometimes I just like to hand paint them instead of using the resin, but I do them both ways. And maybe I'll show you both ways, okay? So this is the 2-part resin. I'm mixing up 4 ounces. It's probably plenty for this little project here because I'm not going to need much on any of these. But I always like to mix up a little extra. Just so you know, in the colder months, resin is very fickle. So in my art room, it tends to get a little chilly in here. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to be storing my resin elsewhere, maybe downstairs where it's a little warmer, so I don't run into this issue every time I want to use the resin, because it can be such a pain and really difficult to stir and lots of air bubbles and all that. So I just wanted to point that out and let you know that much easier to work with in the warm weather. All right, guys, so I'm going to mix this up, get started. I'll tell you what pigments I'm going to be using for this one. It's only one I'm going to be using pigments on. The rest are going to be clear and white, okay?
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do, I'll do anything. As long as I can be here with you, everything's alright. I'll be right here, I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love, love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me all your love.
Okay, so colors I'm going to be using. I have this is by COLOURART, and this is a primary well, it's not a primary element. This is the Resin Art Luster pigments. This is called Blue Moon. So we're going to put a little of that in there. We're just going to do this one, so I don't need a whole lot. Now with pigments, you can go a little heavier on the color to the resin, but if you're going to use acrylic paint, you're going to want to just use, a good rule of thumb is 10% color to paint, okay? I mean, it's a color to resin. All right, so let's, and the second one I have, this is Resin Art again, by COLOURART, Teal Magnolia. I haven't used this one yet, but look how pretty, look at these. So these are like really sparkly. Look at that. Can you see that? So we're going to use that one. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to use a little Payne's Gray by Golden. And remember, I'm going to put that in after I put my resin in. So let me glove up. Again, I don't need a lot because I'm only doing that one little board. All right, so let's put some in there. Put some in there. All right, so I also need white. So we're gonna need white for more than, for all of them. So I'm gonna put a little cup of white, and I told you I mixed up way too much resin. That's okay. I have a mold standing by, and I always, if I have extra resin, I always make something, make a mold, usually a crystal or a little heart, and then I'll make magnets. The crystals I make, actually I use for my cutting boards, geode cutting boards. Okay, so let's mix these up real quick. This is the Blue Moon. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this is. Can you see that? Look at that. All right, so that's gonna be the one. Then we have the Teal Magnolia, which is just sparkle. So you see how granular they were, but when you mix it, they become like diamonds. So if you're interested in any of these resin art pigments, or even the acrylic pouring pigments, the COLOURART has the primary elements, they have the prism pour, and they have this resin line, which I was happy to find and try out. If you're interested, go to colourart.com and actually click the link. I'll put it, it's in my description box, but I'll put it here as well. And you can save 20% off your purchase with using my coupon code TSR921. All right, so this one is going to be just a little Payne's Gray. I have to be careful because my bottle is, oh, that's probably too much, but that's okay. I'm going to work fast. So this is just the Payne's Gray. And that's a fluid, or more fluid paint, so it should be okay. And then the white. And then for my white waves, I use Casting Craft. It's a white opaque concentrate. Put some of that in there. And I add a couple drops of white alcohol ink to that. And that's what gives you, well, I think it does, I don't know, gives you some of those cool effects. All right, get a new bottle of that, it's leaking. All right, and that was white, Pinata White Blanc. All my products will be in the description box for you guys, okay? All right, so let's get started here. All right, so we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna add the pigments. So I want dark to light, okay? So I'm gonna add this one first. And then the Blue Moon. Oh, look how pretty that is. And then the sparkle and shine of the Teal Magnolia. So let's heat this up a little bit. And then I just like to use my hand to further integrate them. So you see when you do the resin, colored resin on these, it does make a world of difference. But on my bigger pieces, I like to do that. But on these little ones, it's kind of just a little more work than you need to do for these. I mean, you can't charge very much for these, right? All right, so that's pretty. So now I'm going to add the white. So just put a little white in me. All right. And I'm going to put down a little clear right here. And then the white. And let's see what happens. I'm going to put some, I think I'm going to do that up. Well, let's just do it here for now. Okay, like that. I'm going to put a little bit more white up in here. I'm just going to use the blower because I don't know. Alright, so that's it on that. We're going to let that, it's a mess. See, this is what happens when you use the color. Flip that over. So very pretty. All right, heat it up a little again just to pop some air bubbles. All right, so that's that one. And on these, we're just going to use the color. I'm sorry, the white. So let's go ahead and move that over. So first I'm going to just put a little bit more clear down where I'm going to put the white. Okay. I'm just going to move this over here. Oh God, I have no room. It's hard to do it when I'm doing it on the camera. When I'm doing it normally, I have more space. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little clear on top of them. Okay, and that's it, guys. Might add a little bit more white on this one. Let's see if I can do that. Go. Pretty, pretty. All right, guys, here are the final ornaments. I'm gonna show you how the paper comes off of this one. It's stuck on the cup. But see, it has this backing. It's like almost like a wax paper backing. So I'll just heat it up a little bit. And then it peels right off. I have to get it started. So this saves the step of taping, which is awesome on these anyway. And these are from 24 Hour Crafts online, and they actually get you the things in like roughly 24 hours. Like it's awesome. So that's it, and then I'll sand these, smooth them out. And I paint the backs in gold. I'll show you. All right, that one is done. That one is done. Pulled the tape off of them. See how clean it is. This one got a little resin underneath it because this was the one. Okay, so this was the one we did with the colored resin, and this is the one I did with just the paint and the clear resin. So you can see there's just more sparkle in that one, but I think they equally look just as good. So, and then my little hand painted waves. Okay, so so I paint the back of the wood. So I just have a mixture of gold paints and there's like a little glitter paint in there too. So that's what I use, and I just paint it lightly so it looks decent from back or front. And that's it. All right, so I do all these to the wood pieces, and these little guys have a hole drilled to hang them, or if you decide to make magnets out of them, you can do that too. And that's about it, guys. So I will continue painting these. I'll put some nice close-up pictures at the end. All my products will be in my description box, and hope you enjoyed this video and I gave you some ideas about what kind of ornaments you can make this year. All right, guys, take care.